Hey guys, so today's video is something that I've been wanting to film and tell you guys for a while now. Actually, it's kind of like the second video I made and I never published it and it's on private, and it's about my anxiety. But this is like kind of different from what I wanted to tell you guys. I want to tell you guys like you hear that? Rude. Okay, so as I was saying, so this story is about how when I was 17 I had my first panic attack and I never knew why. Like, I had my attack and I didn't know what was happening to me. Like, I didn't even know it was a panic attack until later, and I never till like recently knew what I was even scared of or why I was having these panic attacks. And then through like counseling kind of and like therapy and just like thinking and like kind of like getting to know myself better, I've kind of put together why I think and like what I'm scared of and why I think I'm scared of it and like what led to this. So this is a video telling you what my anxiety is about and the events that led to my first panic attack and like me developing anxiety. And yeah, it's just something that's been like building up throughout my whole life. So here we go. It's actually not, I might cry during this video. It's not a funny story and it's not a story time, it's several story times. So through time I came to realize that I am afraid of death. And I don't say that kind of lightly or anything. I am saying it because I'm not just scared of dying like personally, like, because I'm scared of people around me dying, or like not like a stranger, because like if someone like a stranger dies, yeah, I feel like sad or like, you know, bad for their family. But like people, I'm scared that people around me or like my family is going to die, and I'm scared that it could just be like just death is just so random. Like, you never know when someone's gonna die unless they're like gonna be executed. Like, you don't really know when any of that's gonna happen. So I guess my first encounter with death was when I was 2 years old and my grandpa died. When I was 2, my family came to the US. Like, my family, I mean like my dad, my mom, my sister, and I. We moved to the US, and the rest of my family stayed in Colombia. So then one day we went to the Keys, Key West, Florida. And when we got back, we had a voicemail on our phone from my uncle telling my mom that my grandpa was really bad, he was really sick, and he was dying, and she had to hurry up and basically go to Colombia because he was dying. So my mom left my sister and I with, I guess, like a babysitter kind of thing, like a nanny. We didn't really know her, but I guess my mom knew her kind of, but I had no idea who she was. So it was a really traumatic experience for me because I didn't know who she was. I was crying. I just wanted my mom. I was only 2, so like I thought my mom was leaving me there forever, you know. And my dad stayed in the US, so he would come see us every day, but he worked like at the airport, so he worked like odd hours and things like that. So that was my first encounter with death. Kind of traumatic, but like I got over it, I guess. And when I was in 5th grade, my best friend's uncle died, and I didn't really know him, but I remember still like seeing her family distraught, and he left behind a pregnant wife, which a lot of people said it was a miracle that, you know, like no one knew she was pregnant until like, I don't even think he knew she was pregnant. And like he was so young, he was only like 20 something, I think maybe 30. And that was like one of my other first encounters that I remember actually with death. When I was 8, I visited Colombia for the first time, like after we came to the United States. And I remember my uncle visiting my grandma's house, and he literally looked like a walking skeleton. I have never, like to this day, seen anyone look so sick and skinny in my life. Like he looked worse than anorexic. Like he looked so sick. He died a couple months later. When I was in elementary school, I remember sitting next to my dad on the couch and him on the phone just crying because his sister, my aunt, died from cancer. When I was in elementary school, I was in my friend's house, and her mom tells me that my mom was in a car accident. And that was really scary for me because it was like, what? Like, she was okay a second ago, like she just dropped me off at your house, like now she was in a car accident. Like, I had no idea what was wrong with her. She survived. It was a day before our trip to Disney. So my mom was gonna be a chaperone for this field trip that we were gonna take to Disney. Needless to say, she couldn't chaperone. She messed up her back a little bit. She survived, but it was the day before the field trip, so like I was all excited about this trip, and then like my mom gets in a car crash. Like, excitement goes away. Like, I can't enjoy my trip that much because my mom's like not in the hospital, because she didn't like break anything, but she had been in the hospital all night and like getting x-rayed and things like that. When I was in 9th grade, not a girl from my middle school, but a girl that went to middle school that was close to my middle school, so like a girl that I knew of, that like my friends knew and things like that, died on her way to school because she was hit by a drunk driver. Like, her car was hit by a drunk driver. She was 13. When I was 16 or 17, I was at my friend's house and my dad calls me from Spain and he tells me that my brother died. He choked on a meatball, I believe, or like a burger or some form of meat, and he was found leaning over a chair in an attempt to save his own life. So he was like trying to like do the Heimlich maneuver, spit out whatever he was choking on, but you know, he was found leaning over a chair. That was really like, that was one of the last events, but there's more things that have happened kind of. When I was in high school, one of my stepdad's friends, so he was like a family friend, and he would stay at our house like for months at a time, you know. So he was in Venezuela. He would come from Venezuela and like he spent Thanksgiving with us, and like he spent months at our house at a time, you know. He was shot in the head because he refused to give muggers what they wanted. So I don't know if it was like, oh, give me your watch, or give me your cell phone, or give me whatever you have, and he's like, no, why would I give you what I have? And they shot him in the head like nothing. When I was a senior in high school, my stepdad told me about one of his friends that was murdered, chopped into pieces, and thrown over a cliff. When I was a freshman in college, a girl from my elementary school was reported missing, and no one knew where she was. At first people thought that she like ran away or like things like that, but she was later found with her boyfriend in his car or her car, I don't know, at the bottom of a lake, or I think it was a lake. When I was in middle school, I remember my sister was babysitting me, and my mom went out with my stepdad, or she went out that night or something, and she didn't come home. She came home, but like she didn't come home till like maybe 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning or something like that. And I was just stayed up all night thinking like, what happened to my mom? Like, why isn't she home? She was supposed to be home by now. Like, I was scared. I was so scared that something happened. Like, I would call her, she wouldn't answer her phone. Like, I called her like 1,000 times, she wouldn't answer her phone, and like, I don't know. When I was in high school, my cousin was hospitalized and spent months in the ICU because she almost died due to meningitis. So she got really sick, and it almost killed her. But the one that I think like caused me the most pain, or the one that caused my anxiety, was one time when I was in Spain. It was my 15th birthday. So in Hispanic culture, we have like quinceañeras, which are like 16th, like sweet 16s kind of, but we have like when we're 10 and 15. So for my 15th birthday, I had a party. I went to Hawaii with my mom and my stepdad and my sister, and then my dad, he didn't come to my party, so he paid for my ticket to go visit him in Spain because he lives in Spain now. So I was at my dad's house, and I received a call from my mom. My mom tells me that my grandma, she was crossing the street, like, this makes me cry so much. Okay, so we were supposed to go visit her for Christmas at her house. So she went to buy, like at this local store, to buy like pillows and blankets and things for us to like be comfortable when we went to visit her. So when she was leaving the store, she had like the bag of like the pillows or whatever she bought, and as she was crossing the street, she tripped on something and she fell and she broke her hip. Her head landed on the pillows. So she didn't kill herself, excuse me, but she broke her hip. So she was rushed to the hospital. My mom rushed to Colombia, and she had an emergency surgery to replace her hip. She survived the surgery. So that year we indeed went and we spent Christmas at her house, and she, like, that was maybe 6 months later, like Christmas was about 6 months later. So she seemed, you know, she was in high spirits, she was great, you know, like she was even dancing, like she would walk and dance like during Christmas. But then 5 months later, I'm gonna cry. May 28th, 2013, on my mom's birthday. So that's my mom's birthday. I'm at school and I get a phone call from my mom, and she tells me that we won't be able to go to dinner that day. And I'm just like, why not? Like, it's your birthday, why aren't we going to dinner? Like, first thing I thought was like, oh, like she got in a fight or something like that, like with my stepdad, and like, I don't know. She tells me that my grandma died, and that was just very unexpected, because she was doing fine. Like, she was supposed to be out of the woods by now, you know, she wasn't supposed to die. You know, I think like what made this worse was that I didn't get to grieve properly, in my opinion. Like, I didn't even cry past the initial shock. So, like, when I first heard it, you know, obviously I started crying, because, you know, it's like someone you love so much, like, you're never gonna see them again, you didn't get to say goodbye or like whatever, you know. So I didn't cry, and I just felt like I was broken, like, oh, I must not love my grandma because I didn't cry, or because I can't cry. Like, no matter how much I want to, I just can't. I just couldn't cry. So, but I think this was because I felt like I had to be strong for my mom, because my mom is my mom's mom, and it was my mom's birthday. She died on my mom's birthday. Like, can you picture your mom dying on your birthday? Like, her birthday is never gonna be the same ever again. But also, I feel like maybe I should have been a little bit selfish, because I didn't get to grieve with my family members. I didn't get to go to Colombia and go to my grandma's funeral and like just like let it out. I had to be by myself. Like, yes, I had friends kind of, but like that's not the people you want. They don't feel what you feel. Like, yeah, my friend could be like, I'm so sorry for your loss, but like it's not gonna be the same as like you and your mom hugging and crying together, like, oh my god, we love this person so much, and like they're never gonna see them again. So like, I feel like ever since that, not like since that moment, but like that might have been like the last straw for me, like the last thing that made me think like, oh my god, like people die so easily, like you could be here today and not here tomorrow, like tomorrow isn't guaranteed, kind of thing. My camera's dying. So I think like what I'm scared of is that, like, let's say Quincy walks to work every day. He doesn't walk, he takes a bus, but like he walks to the bus stop and then he takes the bus to work, and then the bus drops him off and he walks to work. Like, I'm scared that something might happen to him on his way to work, or I'm scared that like if my mom goes to work, she works as a delivery driver, she'll like get in a car crash and something happens to her, and then like if I call her and she doesn't answer, then I start worrying. Or like if she's supposed to be home by like 10 p.m. and if she's not home by 10, then I start worrying, and I'm like, why isn't she home? Like, what if something happens to her? I'm just scared that something that happens to people I love. Like, I don't think I can like deal with someone's death. Like, I can't. I don't think, you know, like I don't think I can. Like, I'm not strong enough for that. And I'm also scared of dying myself. I just don't want to die. Like, I'm just scared that it might hurt. I'm scared that like the afterlife, I don't even know if that exists. It's not what I want. Like, I think I like it here. Like, why do I have to die? What I'm basically saying is that life is short, and I'm just scared that one day I'll go to sleep and not wake up. That's not something I want. I just want to stay here. Like, I want to stay here with Quincy and my mom and my family. Like, why? And I just don't understand, like, why. But I guess our bodies aren't meant to like survive longer than like a certain amount of time. Like, gravity takes a toll on our bodies. So yeah, that's kind of the story of like why I have anxiety. I think this kind of just came to me like throughout the time, and throughout like kind of like when I've had panic attacks, and like figuring out like, hey, like I have panic attacks like in these situations, and like, you know, like this sets me off, and kind of things like that. The things and the events and the deaths, and there's so much more that I probably didn't mention or haven't even thought about, that have led up to this moment, to this. One of the things that made me the saddest was like thinking like she's not gonna get to see me graduate, like she's not gonna get to see me like grow up, you know. Like I always thought she would be there for my graduation because she was there for my sister's graduation, like college graduation. So yeah, it just makes me sad. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave now before I like start bawling, because when I wrote down like a couple like talking points for this video, and I started like crying so bad while I was writing, like when I started talking about my grandma and like my brother and like all these people that like just lost their lives. So I'm just gonna leave now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of different. I'm like tearing up and I'm like crying, and it's not like me telling a crazy story. It's just like me, like, you know, this is me, like this is what I deal with on an everyday basis. Please make sure to subscribe down below. If you're already subscribed, click on the bell, the notifications bell, so you guys will be notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all the way. I want